What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another collection video. This time I'll be taking a look at my Game Boy games, which was suggested by MC Brother Hill. Maybe it's Mick Brother Hill, but thanks for the suggestion. So let's take a look at my Game Boy games. Alright, so we'll start with my boxed games, which I don't have many of. Wario Land is sealed, and I do have the original 3 Pokemon games in the box. I was happy to find those. I think I paid $2 for their boxes. They were empty, but I already had the games. But that was all my box games. We're into the loose games now, and the Game Boy holds a special place in my heart. Now, growing up, we had the Nintendo, we had the Super Nintendo, we had the PlayStation, we had the Sega Genesis, but I never had my own game console. And the first one I ever got was the Game Boy Pocket. It was a green Game Boy Pocket, I remember. Got it for Christmas. I got Mortal Kombat, and I got Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue with it, and I played the shit out of that thing. I would just sit on the porch by myself for hours playing Pokemon. So I've always liked the Game Boy. Game Boy games seem to be getting harder and harder to find, at least the original Game Boy games are. But we got some good ones, Double Dragon, the Paperboy games. I had the Donkey Kong Land games. Now these are 2 Star Wars games. They're the exact same game, but they have different labels, and the credits are different. I don't know why, but I have both of them because why not? Different labels, label variants. The Punisher, it's not half bad. Got the Disney games with Aladdin. The Legend of the River King's kind of cool. It's kind of like a Harvest Moon game, but you fish instead of plant, and it's pretty cool. Now the Turtles games, there's 3 of them, and they are some of my favorite games on the system. They are hard as balls, though. I don't think I've ever beaten a single one of them, and the sprites are a little too big for the Game Boy screen, but they're still really enjoyable for what they are. They remind me of the old Tiger Electronic games, which aren't the best, but it's still a lot of fun. You just seen Gargoyle's Quest. That game's excellent. One of the best. Definitely need to get that one if you're collecting Game Boy games. Killer Instinct, you just seen on the Game Boy, is rated kids to adults, which is kind of weird seeing a Killer Instinct game rated for children to play. The Castlevania Adventure gets shit on a lot, Kid Icarus, but I liked Castlevania Adventure. I thought it's not awful. It plays really slow. Your character moves way too slowly, but it's a Castlevania game. It's the same as the original Castlevania, only slower. Mega Man. The only Mega Man game I have is the first one. There's more for the Game Boy that I would love to have, but they're pretty hard to come by. But that game's excellent too. It's kind of like the Turtles game, where it plays great, but everything's a little too big. But it's still a lot of fun, and one of my favorites on the Game Boy. Battletoads. This is one of the games I originally got with my Game Boy. I didn't get it the same time I got Mortal Kombat or anything, but I got it later on. Never got past the second stage, or the third stage, the bike. I don't remember the name of it, but fuck, that game was so hard. It still is. I'll never beat it, and I've accepted that. The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening, great. Metroid 2, great. Both as good, if not better, than their NES counterparts. Got a bootleg Pokemon Red. I got it in a bag full of different other games, and I just held on to it because it's so ridiculous. It's like a Chinese bootleg. The Batman game on the Game Boy is kind of weird. It's not as good as the NES one, and also it's almost like a Contra style shooter. Your main weapon is a literally a pistol that Batman shoots, which makes no sense for his character. He doesn't kill people, he doesn't use guns, but in that game, he does. And we're coming up to the end here. I've got a Game Gear. That's the last thing I'll be showing in this video. That's all my Game Boy games. I don't think I missed any. I very well may have. But that's my Game Boy collection. If you'd like to see a specific game system, a collection, let me know in the comments below, and I'll do that in one next. So, thank you for watching. Hopefully this wasn't too boring. If you enjoyed this, leave me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe for more, and I will talk to you later.